Hi everyone, it's a lovely sunny day here in West Wales today. It's so nice. It was really raining this morning, but it's really cleared up now. Still a lot of cloud, but I think it'll be okay. I hope it's nice where you are too. How is everyone? You know, it's tough times out there at the moment for a lot of people. But sending you all love anyway, in this most tricky of times. I didn't publish a video last week, and that was because I've been really busy behind the scenes with Lost Arts of Nature and trying to think about, you know, where everything is at the moment in terms of us all being at home a lot more than we usually are. And I'm seeing or feeling that there's like a surge of interest in moving to more rural places, producing your own food because of various factors going on here in the UK at the moment. And and I'm hoping to respond to that by hopefully publishing some content that might be a bit more useful than me just popping on and having a chat. Hopefully I can produce something of some kind of use to somebody out there. So watch this space for that. That new content will be in the form of YouTube videos on here, but also over on Patreon as well. So if you haven't yet checked out our Patreon page, head on over. The link will be in the description below, and I'll be able to show you the structure of that. You can see that if you click through the link, you'll be able to see the Patreon page and see our offerings there. And I'm hoping to make that into a place where I can hopefully share some knowledge on and skills on some different things to help with that kind of lifestyle. If you're thinking of going into a lifestyle where you're wanting to grow your own food a bit more and make things, you know, for the home life and garden use and rearing chickens and that kind of thing, go and check it out. But today's video is the greatly anticipated shop update, which you may have seen me reference to on Facebook and Instagram over the last week. So we've been working very hard. We haven't got loads to offer this month, because we have been quite busy with stuff on the land. We've got some big projects going on, like we're trying to set up the polytunnel at the moment, which involves quite a lot of work. There's a lot of groundwork to be done because we live on such a slope. Everything's tricky, and we're having to dig out the land, and we're having to dig a flat platform so that we can put the polytunnel up. Tricky. And we're also building a new chicken enclosure as well to move the chickens into, and we've got some exciting stuff going on with the chickens, which I'm not going to mention right now. I'll do that later. It's a teaser. Anyway, shop update. Sorry, my phone does this weird thing with the light. I keep meaning to record videos on my camera instead. Just didn't today, don't know why. Phone was to hand, so that's what got used. So anyway, so on the shop there are still some greetings cards up there, which are some shots I took last summer of the bluebells in the woodland. So there's one, annoyingly I didn't bring any greetings cards with me. I don't know why I didn't, but if you look on the website, link in the description below, you'll see there's one with a bee in a bluebell flower, there's one of the bluebell woodland, and there's one of some needle felted gnomes that are having a little adventure in the forest. So so far those have been listed as individual cards to buy. I'm going to keep offering them as individual cards, but I'm also going to bundle them so that you can buy a bundle of 3. So that's new. The bookmarks are still up there from before, so these haven't changed. This one's got a little leaf pendant on it. This one has got a Triskelion pendant. Triskelion is quite meaningful at this time of year. These are wet felted with a blanket stitch edging with just a bead and a pendant hanging on there. So that's 2 bookmarks. So they're listed up on the website. These are £5 each. So the new items that are going up this month, which is very exciting. Jem has been doing some woodwork. So I don't know if you remember last year, it was probably about this time last year, so it was before all the craziness started happening. We had a tree surgeon come in and he felled a couple of trees for us. I say a couple, it was probably 5 or 6 trees or something like that. 2 of which were 2 wild cherry trees, and all the trees we had taken out were all, we had really good reasons for felling them. We really didn't want to fell them, but there were various reasons, all of which were because in some shape or form they were causing a danger. The 2 wild cherries had become quite unstable in the base, and they were leaning like right over like this, over the track and then a neighbour's shed as well. So those had to come down, and the same with a number of ash trees that had unfortunately been affected by ash dieback. Oh, pardon me. And so unfortunately they had to come down. But what we decided was, for every tree that we take down on the land, we'll plant another 2. And so far that plan is being met, and and we'll continue to do that. So trees are being planted, in addition to the ones that we're taking out, but also that the wood from the trees would all be used or put back on the land, so that we're honouring each tree basically, because we don't take it lightly that we've cut down a tree. And so this is quite a long-winded story, sorry, waffling on. So basically we had some wild cherry wood. So most of it is currently being stored. We're drying it out so that we can have it milled, and we'll make that into something in the house, possibly a floor, possibly our new kitchen. But there were some branches, and Jem took some of the branches and hand whittled them, and he's made these coat hangers from them. So they attach to the wall through these holes here, like so, and you can hang your coats, hats, umbrellas, bags, whatever you fancy, you can hang off them. So he's hand whittled them out of wild cherry wood and sanded them, they're really smooth, and then finished them with linseed oil. And that's one, and then the second one, there's a second one as well, which has just got 1 hook. So there's one with 1 hook and there's one with 2 hooks, and they're really beautiful. They've come up so nicely, the way he's finished them and oiled them, they've just come up really, really nicely. And so I've listed those on the shop. These are £8.50 each. And what haven't I said yet? I haven't said that they don't include the fixings for the wall. So we haven't included screws basically, because we kind of feel like black screws would look really good on these, and we don't have any black screws on hand, so I'm not going to include them, so that it gives you a chance to well decide for yourselves if that's the colour you feel works well, and then source them. But I think the price reflects that as well, so hopefully I'll be forgiven for not including fixings in with it. But the holes are pre-drilled all the way through, so you can just, all you need to do is drill a hole in the wall, put a raw plug in, and screw it in. So that's those 2. And then my offering for this month, I've only made one thing this month. So I feel like at this time of the month, when we're celebrating in bulk and the beginning of spring and everything, for me the Triskelion is a really potent symbol at this time of year. So I created this little wall hanging, which is it's a wet felted base and then needle felted design. Just try and get the light right so it's kind of true to colour. And then I needle felted the Triskelion design, and it's got a few little details, like there's a little plant there, and then there's some more spirals up in the corner. And then I wet felted these strands and I've sewn them on, and then I've included as well some feathers, and these are actually from one of our chickens, believe it or not. They're really pretty delicate little feathers. And they're from our chicken Foxglove, who's a lovely, lovely little hen. But she's got these really pretty feathers on her. She's a, what breed is she? She's a bluebell crossed with some kind of Isla chicken. What are they called? Isa Browns. Isa Brown. I think she's an Isa Brown crossed with a bluebell. Yeah, she's got really gorgeous markings. And then I found, this is an ash twig that I found in the forest, and I've brought it in and dried it and seasoned it so it's nice and dry, and then tied a little wool hanging onto it. So that's, oh, and it's got these locks here as well on the corners. So that's my offering for this month. This one's £35. And will be listed in the shop. Oh, I'll show you the back as well. The back's just plain. There we go. You can see that. So they're listed in the shop. By the time this video goes live, they will be live in the shop, I hope, as long as all the technology plays ball, because I'm still a bit new to having an online shop, so I can't always get it to do what I want it to do. But hopefully, fingers crossed. If it's not, then it'll only be a matter of a few hours before I manage to get it all sorted. Anyway, so that's everything for the shop update this month. Like I say, it's a bit of a small offering this month, but we've been quite busy with plans, and I'm hoping that next month we might have a little bit more. Anyway, so I don't know that there's anything more I can tell you at the moment. I think we're just pottering on really, and trying to keep our lives relatively simple, because we just find that suits us right now when everything is so tricky out there. Just taking it slow, taking it day by day, and yeah, hoping that 2021 is a better year for everyone. So let me know in the comments below how you are doing and how you're coping with things at the moment, and yeah, sending love to everyone. See you again next week. Bye bye now.